What is going on, guys? Saiyan Motion here, back with another What If, and today we're continuing the theory of if Goku was born with God Ki. If you haven't already, check out the previous part up on the screen right now. And before we begin, you guys are going to need a quick recap. So previously, Goku had defeated Piccolo, and Gohan was also born, with God Ki, of course. Raditz was easily defeated by Goku and the Z Fighters, including Gohan went to train with Kami. Goku thought the training would be great for him, so he decided to go train with Piccolo. The Saiyans are on their way, but before we start, let's hit a like goal of 25 likes since you guys beat the last one. But without further ado, let's jump into it. As the Saiyans continue to fly in space, they discuss what Raditz was saying. He can't be serious. Super Saiyan? Not Kakarot. He's a low-class Saiyan. If anyone should get that transformation, it should be him, the Prince of all Saiyans. But back on Earth, the Dragon Team continues to train on the lookout, and everyone sees great gains, and including Gohan. Now, here's something I want to try for this What If. Theoretically, if you're training around someone who has God Ki, you could be able to siphon some of it off of them, or maybe you could get some of it. So, training around someone would theoretically allow them to have a slight understanding or infuse them with a slight amount of God Ki. So here, I'm going to do something crazy, giving Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, Chaozu, and even Yajirobe God Ki, since Yajirobe and the others also trained on the lookout. So they would all achieve this form, but they wouldn't have any like red hair or red eyes or anything. They just have God Ki instead of normal Ki, and when they use it, or apply it to themselves, they can't be sensed. So I feel like this would work. But it's a what if, so I'll let it slide. Next up, though, we still have Goku and Piccolo. Now, I feel like the same thing would happen with Piccolo, and Goku and Piccolo would see great gains. Since Goku actually has Super Saiyan God, Piccolo would actually be able to get some of this God Ki as well, putting them both to the top of the list in power, being about 6,000 and 7,000, and they would both be the strongest on the team. Goku, of course, being stronger than Piccolo. But eventually, the Saiyans would end up getting closer to Earth and arrive. Right as they arrive, they sense huge power levels using their scouters, and they head to the area. Once arriving, they realize this fight is very uneven, so they spawn in some Cybermen. But to their shock, Yamcha is actually easily able to kill all the Cybermen with no problem at the same time. A few of them even try to blow up on him, but it barely phases him. They wonder what's going on here. How are these humans so strong? But moving on, Gohan would actually want to show off his power next because he actually trained and wants to show off it to his dad that, he's gotten stronger. So he would go up against Nappa. And although Nappa and Gohan, they have a slight power difference, meaning Nappa is about 1,000 to 1,500 stronger, Gohan still has God Ki to use. So he ends up doing so, and now he's easily able to defeat Nappa, ending his life. But while that fight happens, Goku and Vegeta face off. And at first, Goku doesn't try to use Super Saiyan God because he knows that the fight will pretty much be over. Or maybe it won't. He's not sure yet. But Vegeta is actually destroying Goku here, and he's able to damage him really greatly. That is until Goku uses Super Saiyan God and shocks Vegeta. And Vegeta's now angered that Raditz wasn't kidding, but now he actually has something to look forward to, and he gives up. Now, even though this isn't like Vegeta, Vegeta knows that there are two Super Saiyans in front of him, and he's gonna need their help. But Goku informs him that this form isn't a Saiyan transformation because the others can access it too, the humans and the Namekian. Of course, Goku didn't know it was a Namekian until Vegeta pointed it out. But now Piccolo also realizes he's not human either. So that's that. But now Vegeta would actually join the group somewhat and be an anti-hero. They would train and end up training a lot together, Goku and Vegeta and all the others together. But what about Frieza? Well, I feel like Frieza wouldn't know about Namek yet. I say Frieza would take an extra 6 months to find out. And in that 6 months, everyone would train and get a lot stronger. Vegeta would finally be able to use God Ki and be able to access Super Saiyan God. And Frieza would find out about Namekians at this point and go to Namek, finding all the Dragon Balls. And he'd probably torture some Namekians to make other Namekians who can spawn in the Dragon or Purunga to get his wish. Basically, he would wish for first his immortality, and for his father, King Cold's immortality, because why not? And for the third wish, he would ask for unlimited wine because it's Frieza. Now, King Kai would actually inform Kami of this, knowing that there are two fighters strong enough to kill Frieza, and also knowing they're training to do so. So King Kai would tell Kami, and Kami would tell Goku and Vegeta. And after finding out, the two want to immediately take action, and what they actually end up doing is gathering the Dragon Balls and wish for Shenron to show up. Now after Shenron shows up, they wish for a smart wish, which is basically bring back every planet and any harm that Frieza has done to the planet. Shenron would actually grant this wish, but only to things that have happened in the previous year. And of course, Namek had just been destroyed, but Frieza was already way left that planet because it was dust. But Namek is brought back and alongside the people on it. King Kai would inform the Namekians what happened, and the Namekians would agree to help them in favor. In the next 6 months, which is how long the Namekian Dragon Balls take to come back, they would wish for Frieza and Cold's immortality to be taken away. And this is about the time Frieza learns of Namek magically coming back to life. But it doesn't matter, because the third wish is for both Goku and Vegeta to be teleported to Frieza on Frieza Planet 79. Once arriving, they would instantly be able to kill all the soldiers, including the Ginyu Force, not giving Ginyu a chance to body switch. So Vegeta would end up fighting Frieza and easily overpowers him. Now, you may wonder why Frieza is not transforming into his final form. Well, that's because he thinks he can defeat Vegeta. But Vegeta overpowers him, and this makes Frieza transform into his final form. But Vegeta's still winning. Now, you may ask why Vegeta's still winning in his base form. Well, that's simply because Goku and Vegeta trained for a year and a half in the gravity room, and every 6 days they got about a 12 times boost. Because Goku alone would have gotten a 9 times boost, and with Vegeta it would have been a 12 times boost, I would say. So he would easily be able to take out Frieza, and just to show off, he would use Super Saiyan God, and to give Frieza that extra terror before he dies. King Cold would probably end up arriving after learning of the attack, but he would be defeated by Goku and killed by Vegeta, because it's King Cold and Vegeta doesn't like anybody from the Cold family, or Frieza family, whatever. But King Cold and Frieza would end up wondering why their immortality didn't work, but Vegeta would simply say that it was because they asked for it to be reversed. But after all the Frieza planets are taken out, they both end up returning, and right as they return, they meet someone at Goku's house. It's Trunks. It's someone from the future, apparently. And Trunks would inform them of everything that happens, the androids, and tell Goku he needs to take this medicine in about 3 years. Now, when sparring, Trunks would show off Super Saiyan, and this shocks Goku and Vegeta, knowing someone actually has Super Saiyan, and it wasn't what they have. Well, they knew that. But Goku would then end up using Super Saiyan God, to which Trunks can't even break through the aura. Now, the Super Saiyan thing here is kind of confusing because Trunks would tell them that this is Super Saiyan and the power they have is unknown, but it's much stronger because Trunks can't even phase them. What power is this? Well, it doesn't matter because Trunks now realizes that they might actually have a chance against the androids and shows Super Saiyan off, of course, for them to achieve it sooner or later, whenever. But unknowingly, Trunks actually takes some God Ki with him when he leaves. But after Trunks ends up leaving, he basically leaves a message off and everything, and a lot of things happen like the original, except Goku and Vegeta are thousands of times stronger with God Ki, and so is Gohan and Piccolo and all the humans. But let's talk about the androids. They would definitely have God Ki because of Goku's DNA, and even though Frieza and King Cold's DNA didn't go to them, they're still way stronger. But so are the Z Fighters. So how are they going to fend off against the androids? Well, they're preparing to fight. In the 3 years of training, both Goku and Vegeta work on accessing the Super Saiyan transformation. Although they realize their power is currently stronger, they want to have a good fight. So just demolishing something or someone with the red hair form is not what they want to do. Maybe they can even combine the two powers, but they aren't able to do it yet. Gohan trains and is able to basically access his God form much easier alongside the humans and Piccolo, who are relevant and are much stronger. 3 years pass and an explosion goes off in the city. How do you think the Z-Fighters will fare against the android with God Ki in them? Well, that's a story for another time because you're going to find out in the next part. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, 25 likes, and I'll continue this series. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.